Hey, Pappy Nation, Pappy Tutor here, and now you guys are looking at the last Epoch game interface, currently on beta 0.77f. This was recommended to me by Pappy Emps. He told me that why don't you try this game? Well, I was like, wow, didn't even hear that this game existed, right? So I looked it up. And I saw the previews, I saw the quick gameplay glimpse of it, and was like, this looks interesting. Because, I've been an ARPG fan for years. I've played the Diablo series, heavily on Diablo 3, and then once we got tired of the whole content, being the seasons and stuff, we then switched to PoE, and then the recently Wolzen, although I think Wolzen is a pretty buggy game right now. I was surprised they released it, and when I played it, it was playable for a few hours, but once you get the end game content, there's a lot of bugs in it. The builds are pretty messed up. I'm not sure what state it's in right now. I can't wait for it to get fixed because I think it was a pretty good game. The graphics was very intense. It's darker than PoE, and I think overall the look of it is better than Diablo 3 and even PoE. Yeah, so I hope Wolsen gets his act straight and then ascend to the ARPG that we've all been wanting for years now. Ever since Diablo 3 and PoE released, we've been looking for that ARPG to top these titles, and Wolzen was that ARPG that we were waiting for a number of years, and unfortunately, it fell short. Now, going back to last Epoch, looks interesting. If you're gonna look at the interface, it's like night and day. The graphics looks okay. I haven't really seen the game yet. Like personally, I've just seen the videos and reviews, and just looking at the interface, it's pretty much innovative for me. Because you can see the background is a forest, it's like in daytime and then nighttime, or dark, light and dark, that perspective. So, quickly looking at the classes right now. Acolyte looks interesting, Warlock, Lich, and Necromancer. Ooh. Is Necromancer gonna be like a pet master or something, like a witch doctor for Diablo 3? Interesting. Then looking at the druid, Beastmaster, maybe you're gonna have pets here. Interesting as well. Probably the druid class for Diablo 3. Then you have the Sentinel, well, your typical paladin tank build, maybe melee build. Maybe the barb for Diablo 3. Yeah, probably in warrior for PoE. Interesting. Then you have the mage. Sorcerer, Master, Spellblade. Looks interesting. I like the look of the mage though. He seems pretty badass, to be honest. Looking at it, I'll probably gonna pick the mage because of the looks, but I think if you're learning the game, if you're new to a game, you go with the high survivability first. Like you go for that melee type where you can tank damage and dish out damage, and you don't have to worry about being squishy. But if you're a veteran of ARPGs, I think the ideal class for you would be it's either the high damage type where that could push you to the upper echelon of leveling. Like you're done with a story mode and you're now veering towards the end game content. I think that's the time that you pick a good class to level and to push. Like remember in Diablo we have this GRs, Greater Rifts, where there are certain type of builds that can surpass a certain number or level of GRs, and if you're a veteran you might as well go for the strongest build, right? So since for last Epoch, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna take a wild guess. Being a Sentinel will probably pretty harder to build once you level up or you go higher up in terms of content. Maybe, just maybe, it can be this one, the Mage, or even the Acolyte. I'm really interested what it's gonna look like for the pet build here. Because the pet build for I love the pet build, the Witch Doctor pet build for um, Diablo 3, even the pet build for the Necromancer when it released for Diablo 3. So I'm really excited to play as Acolyte, um, to see um, how it's gonna work out.